Let me tell you something right now. If you don't change your life today, nothing is going to be different tomorrow. That's the hard truth. No sugarcoating, no nice words, just real talk. You see, change doesn't show up out of nowhere. It doesn't knock on your door one day and say, "Hey, I'm here to make things better." Change comes only when you decide to do something different, something hard, something uncomfortable, but something necessary. You already know this. Deep down, you felt it. Those moments when you look at your life and think, "I want more. I need more. I can't stay like this." And yet, what happens? Days pass, weeks pass, months, even years, and nothing changes. Why? Because wanting something is not enough. Wishing, hoping, dreaming, those are great, but they don't move the needle. Action does. You can't keep living the same way and expect things to magically get better. That's not how life works. If you want a new result, you have to take a new path. If you want to grow, you have to let go of what's holding you back. And I get it. It's hard. It's easier to stay in your comfort zone. It's easier to wake up and do the same routine, even if you're miserable, because at least it's familiar. At least it's safe. But let me ask you this. Is safe making you happy? Is comfort getting you closer to your goals? Or are you slowly settling for a life that's less than what you're capable of? Most people never change. They get comfortable. They tell themselves, "I'll start next week, when I feel ready, when things slow down, when I have more time." But that when never comes. The right time never shows up. And they end up stuck, looking back with regret. If you don't change now, you may never change. You'll keep waking up to the same job, the same routine, the same stress. You'll keep looking in the mirror, wondering why nothing feels different, why you're not living the life you know deep down you could be living. Let me be clear. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to force you to wake up earlier. No one is going to push you to take that first step. That's on you. It always has been. It always will be. People might support you. Yes, they might cheer you on. But when the pain kicks in, when the grind gets heavy, when quitting feels easier than continuing, it's you versus you. That's when you decide what kind of person you are. That's when you find out if you're serious or just interested. Everyone says they want a better life, but few are willing to do what it takes to get there. And let me tell you, change hurts. Change is uncomfortable. It's messy. You're gonna fail. You're gonna feel like giving up. But that pain you feel when you're growing, it's nothing compared to the pain of regret. Because regret, that sticks with you, that follows you around like a shadow. That quiet voice that says, "You could have done more. You could have started back then. You had the chance, and you let it slip." So if you're waiting for a sign to change your life, this is it. This moment, right now, this is your opportunity. This is your wake-up call. This is where everything can start to shift, but only if you take action. Start small. Start where you are. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to move. Take one step, then another. Progress doesn't have to be fast. It just has to be real. Don't listen to the lie that says, "You're too late." It's not too late. It's only too late if you never start. And you're still breathing. You still got time. But you have to decide that your future is more important than your fear. Fear is always going to be there. Fear of failing. Fear of what others think. Fear of looking stupid. But the people who succeed, they're not fearless. They're just brave enough to act anyway. They fail, too. But they get up. They fall, but they keep pushing. They face resistance. But they don't let it stop them. Because they understand one thing. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You can't build a new life with the same old habits. You can't grow into a stronger person while holding on to the same weak excuses. You can't reach the next level while staying stuck in who you used to be. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep waking up to a life you're tired of? Keep scrolling through social media, watching others chase their dreams while you sit still? Or are you finally going to say, enough, and do something about it? The decision is yours. No one else can make it for you. No one else can walk your path. But you've got what it takes. I know you do. Deep down, you know it too. So don't let this moment pass. Don't let another day slip by. full of potential that's never used. The clock is ticking and your future is waiting. Make the change. Do the work. Step into the life you were meant to live. Because if you don't, you already know the answer. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Let's be honest, most people won't change. Not because they can't, not because they don't want to, but because they won't do the hard part, making a decision and following through. They'll say, I'll change when the time is right. But guess what? The right time doesn't exist. Life doesn't hand you the perfect moment. It hands you this moment, and it's up to you what you do with it. If you keep waiting, you'll keep wasting. Wasting time, wasting chances, wasting potential. And the truth is, change doesn't wait for you. Time keeps moving. Life keeps going. And if you don't step up and take control, you're going to blink and realize a year has passed. Then 2, then 5, and you'll be in the exact same place, wishing you had started when you first felt the push. Here's what you need to hear right now. You don't need to feel ready to start. You just need to start. The idea that you need motivation first is a lie. Motivation is great, sure, but it's not reliable. It comes and goes. Discipline is what changes your life. Doing the thing even when you don't feel like it. That's where power lives. Think about it. You've had days when you didn't want to show up, but you did. And you felt stronger afterward, right? You felt proud. That's proof. Proof that feelings are temporary, but action builds momentum. So why do most people stay stuck? It's because change is uncomfortable. Change challenges everything you're used to. It means letting go of habits, people, or routines that no longer serve you. And that's scary. But you know what's scarier? Living a life you don't love. Waking up each day with no fire inside. Going through the motions, knowing you're capable of more, but never doing anything about it. That's the kind of pain that lasts. That's the kind of pain that eats at you over time. Yes, change is hard, but so is staying stuck. So when you're faced with fear, ask yourself, which kind of heart do I want? The heart of growth or the heart of regret? You don't need to know the entire path. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to move. One small step, one small choice, and then another, and then another. Because the secret is this. Every small step forward counts. Every action you take pulls you 1 inch closer to the life you want. And those inches, they add up. Stop overthinking. Stop telling yourself it's not the right time. Stop listening to that voice in your head that says, you're not ready. You're not enough. That voice is lying to you. You are enough. Right now, with what you have, with where you are, with who you are enough to begin. But you have to decide. You have to look in the mirror and say, I'm done waiting. I'm done making excuses. I'm ready to take control of my life. No more blaming your past. No more pointing fingers. No more hoping someone else will come fix it. No one is coming. And that's not meant to scare you. It's meant to free you. Because once you realize that you're the one in charge, everything changes. That's the moment the power shifts into your hands. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not stuck. You're just one decision away from turning it all around. The world isn't going to pause while you get ready. It's moving. And your future? It's waiting on the other side of the decision you keep putting off. So here's a question. What if today was a day? What if this was a moment where you said, enough is enough? What if this was the chapter where everything started to change? Imagine your life 1 year from now, 2 years, 5. Are you proud of who you become? Or are you still stuck in the same place, living in the same cycle, repeating the same habits? That future version of you is watching what you do today, not tomorrow, not next month, not when life settles down. Today, and every choice you make in this moment, right now, is shaping who you become. The future you isn't shaped by dreams. It's shaped by action. You've said you want change. You've said you want more. So prove it. Get up. Move. Start small. Do something that pushes you forward, no matter how small it seems. Because even the tiniest steps matter when you're moving in the right direction. Remember this. The pain of change is temporary, but the pain of staying stuck, that can last a lifetime. Don't let fear steal your future. Don't let doubt make your choices. Don't let laziness write your story. This is your life. You get one shot at it. One chance to write the story you'll look back on. So what's it going to be? Will you keep making excuses? Or will you finally make a move? Will you keep waiting? Or will you create your own momentum? You have the fire inside. You have the will. You have the strength. But none of that matters unless you act. So act. Now. Not next week. Not next year. Not when someone else gives you permission. This is your permission. This is your sign. And from this moment on, you stop waiting. You stop telling yourself stories that hold you back. You stop believing the lie that you need to have it all together to begin. Because you don't. Nobody does. Everyone who ever made something out of their life started exactly where you are, uncertain, nervous, afraid. But they started anyway. And that's the key. You don't need confidence to begin. Confidence comes after. It comes from taking action, from doing the thing you didn't think you could do, from proving to yourself, one step at a time, that you're stronger than your excuses. So start now. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for the fear to disappear. Fear doesn't go away. It just gets quieter when you start moving forward. Action is the antidote to fear. And let's be real, you've waited long enough. You've been stuck in the same cycle for too long. Thinking about what you could do, dreaming about what your life might look like. But dreaming without action is just fantasy. Dreams require effort. They require you to show up when it's hard, to stay consistent when no one's watching, to keep pushing even when nothing seems to be happening yet. That's where change is born, not in the easy moments, but in the tough ones. Ask yourself, how bad do you want this? Because wanting is not enough. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants a better life. But only a few are willing to do what it actually takes. Only a few are willing to face the hard truths. Only a few are brave enough to say, this is on me. I'm not waiting anymore. Be one of the few. Stop looking at others and thinking they had something you didn't. They didn't. They just made a choice. And then another. And then they didn't quit. That's the only difference. So what's stopping you? Fear? Doubt? Comfort? Fear is normal, but it's not a reason to stop. Doubt will always whisper, but you don't have to listen. And comfort? Comfort is the most dangerous place to live because it feels good now, but it kills your future. Let that sink in. Comfort now, regret later. But if you're willing to go through discomfort now, waking up early, pushing through the hard days, do the things you don't feel like doing, then you'll earn something so much more valuable: pride, growth, freedom. You'll finally feel in control of your life. Not drifting, not repeating, not existing, but really living. And maybe you failed before. That's okay. Everyone fails. Failure is not the end unless you let it be. Failure is feedback. It's the world teaching you what doesn't work, so you can figure out what does. Use it. Learn from it. Don't run from it. Every time you fall and get back up, you're getting stronger. Every time you mess up and keep going, you're building something inside of you that no one can take away. Resilience. So don't let past failure be the reason you give up on your future. Let it be the reason you push harder. And don't compare your journey to someone else's. You're not behind. You're not late. You're on your path. You're on your time. But only if you move forward. Standing still, making excuses, blaming others. That's not your path. That's not the road to growth. The road to growth is steep, it's rough, and sometimes you'll walk it alone, but it leads somewhere. It leads to a version of you haven't even met yet. A version of you who is proud, focused, fulfilled. That version is waiting, but you've got to walk the road to meet them. It won't be easy. Some days you'll want to quit. Some days you'll feel like you're not making any progress. Some days you'll wonder if it's even worth it. And those are the days that matter most. Because when you push through on those days, when you get up anyway, when you try anyway, when you keep going anyway, you win, not just in results, but in strength, in mindset, in belief. That's when you become dangerous. That's when you become unstoppable. Not because you're perfect, not because you're fearless, but because you've learned how to keep moving no matter what. And that right there, that's what changes everything. So let me ask you again, what's it going to be? Are you going to stay stuck in the same loop? Or are you going to break the cycle? Are you going to settle for the life you've always known? Or are you going to step into the life you were meant for? You already know the answer. You feel it in your chest. You feel it in your gut. That fire, that itch, that discomfort, that's your soul telling you it's time. Time to let go of the excuses. Time to stop playing small. Time to become the person you know you were made to be. And it all starts with a decision. Right now. Because when you decide to stop waiting, that's the moment your life begins to shift. That decision, it's the spark. It's where all the power lives. It's not in some perfect plan. It's not when you have all the answers. It's not someday in the future. It's now. Now is when the change begins. Now is when you break the cycle. Now is when you stop living the same story and start writing a new one. Will it be hard? Yes. Will it be uncomfortable? Absolutely. But do you know what's harder? Living a life that you're not proud of. Living every day wondering what could have been. Living with that deep ache in your chest, knowing you had more to give but didn't. Don't let that be your story. You weren't made to stay stuck. You weren't made to settle. You weren't made to go through the motions. You were built for more. More strength, more freedom, more impact, more life. But it won't just happen. You have to create it. You have to fight for it. You have to show up for yourself, even on the days when you don't want to. And that's why most people never change. Because change requires discipline. It requires sacrifice. It means doing things you've never done before. It means saying no to comfort and yes to growth. But guess what? Every time you choose growth, you get stronger. Every time you push past a voice that says, quit, you become someone new, someone wiser, someone braver, someone better. You become someone who doesn't wait for life to hand them opportunities. They go out and create them. You stop being reactive and start being intentional. And that's how real change happens. One decision at a time, one action at a time, one moment of courage after another. You want to be proud of your life? You want to wake up with energy, with direction, with fire? Then build it. Choose it. Create it. It won't be fast. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Because every sacrifice you make now brings you one step closer to the life you've imagined. Every tough day you push through adds to your story. Every moment you say, I'll keep going instead of I'll quit, brings you closer to your purpose. And don't forget this. People are watching. Your family, your friends, your kids, your community. Whether you realize it or not, someone out there is watching your journey and waiting to see what's possible. And your courage, it gives them permission to rise too. When you step up, you don't just change your life. You open the door for others to believe they can change theirs. That's what leadership looks like. You lead by example. You lead by getting uncomfortable. You lead by doing the work no one else wants to do. And when you do, you don't just grow, you become unstoppable. So what are you waiting for? There's no magic moment coming. There's no perfect time. There's no special someone who's going to drag you out of bed and force you to chase your dreams. You are it. You are the one who decides if your life stays the same or changes forever. You are the one who chooses if the next 5 years is just a repeat of the last 5 or the beginning of something completely new. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You don't need anyone else's approval. You need to start. You need to take one step today, then another tomorrow, and then keep going. No matter how you feel, no matter how slow it seems, no matter how many doubts come up, you keep showing up. Because the ones who win, they're not always the smartest. They're not always the most talented. They're just the ones who refuse to give up. They're the ones who said, this is my life, and I'm going to live it with purpose. So from this moment on, let that be you. Be the one who changed. Be the one who took the leap. Be the one who stopped waiting and started living. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. And now, everything can.